There you go.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, we're heading to Austin for the WGC-Dell match play. So when in Austin, drink still Austin. Why not?
There you go. Why not? Why not?
So what are we going to get in? I'm actually double fisting. I got a Boulevardier going on over here. I just got a fresh pour of still Austin. Who knows where this show is going to go to, but it's going to go somewhere. I can assure you of that. So hats off. Congratulations. Sam Burns is the defending champion of the Valspar. He did not get snake bit. Davis Riley tried to pull it off. He did not. Sam Burns defends his title. So much, I guess you can chalk up the old adage of defending a title's hard. I don't know. I guess it was hard, but yeah, Sam Burns coming in good form there. Hey,
this is my Sam Burns hat style. You pull down really low, right? Really low.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't let them see the whites of your eyes. That's for sure. Hey, all in all, good tournament, man. I was excited to watch that action go down. It's like playoff number 27 of the season. I don't know. It seems like every weekend is another playoff for us. But yeah, what a great showing by Sam Burns, defending the title, 2 playoff holes, closes it out, gets it done on the west coast of Florida. We're wrapping up the Florida swing. I don't know that I'm glad the Florida swing's over, but I'm sure there are plenty of golfers that are glad to be getting the hell out of Florida, even though we're heading to another Pete Dye track in Austin this week. So should be good to see. Did you think JT was going to get it done? I mean, coming into Sunday, got 3 of a kind, 66, 66, 66, closes out Sunday with a 70, just not quite enough to get it done. But man, JT is playing some good golf. Lots of good golf being played out there this week.
A lot of good golf being played out there. I did think he was the one that kind of back if you're going to throw some deposit some capital on it or whatnot. I think he was your guy for sure. I mean, we had a lot of good golfers out there, and he played it really aggressive going into 18. Hit him in the bunker there, and that's not the one you want to hit it in, and it cost him, right? But I think, and he saw Burns, who didn't. He took a 3-wood out and said, "I'm gonna put it right over here," and there you go, And then he had a chance to putt to win. He couldn't get it done there, but I mean, he got a hell of a putter. But yeah, I mean, I think JT definitely could have went his way, with Riley as well, making that triple or whatever on a par 5, like the only one to do it all tournament or whatnot. Yeah, I mean, he had some chances as well, and it was just a great all around tournament. It was a lot of fun. We're not going to talk about Keegan today.
I was wondering when you wanted to get into the one and dones for the week. Well, Dan, you brought it up, so let's go ahead and go there. How did your one and done fare for the weekend?
It's 2 weeks in a row that I've just not been doing it, man. They got caught in that whole wind with Morikawa the week before, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Keegan's playing great. He loves Florida golf. He's played great here. This is my guy. And oh no, it wasn't. Oh, these are good picks, and they are not working out. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go 3 for 3. I got another doozy this week.
Needless to say, you have not and did not cash out on your one and done pick. I, on the other hand, went with one Viktor Hovland. I'd like to have gotten a little more out of him, but my tally sheet's looking a little better than yours is. So
I'd say you probably could have gotten more out of Viktor, but hey, at least you got something, right? I mean, for me, my one, I'm still leading, by the way, by like $10,000 or something. But for me to go goose egg on Rahm and Morikawa, I'm like, oh my gosh. I took Rahm at the Fortinet and then Morikawa at the Players, and both of those were busts. I'm like,
So if you're following Dan's model of his one and done selection, you probably already hung up, turned it off. You had hit the X button on the video screen, and you are no longer listening to Dan ramble on about how shitty his one and done picks are.
Why did I expect Rahm to get drunk at the French Laundry? Okay. I didn't know he was going to do that.
if you're going to go throw back some bottles of wine and you're in Yountville, I mean, what better place than maybe ad hoc. Outside of that, I don't know. French Laundry is probably not a bad place.
I will probably pick Rahm again at the Fortinet next year, knowing that Phil's probably not going to play it. It'll be in much better shape.
Oh yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff going on the PGA Tour. I don't recall. I don't have the number written down. I think we had like 14 or 15 playoff victories decided by a playoff last season. I don't know where we're at already. I mean, we're already in the mid to high low digits, I think, and wouldn't surprise me to see that to see another record year from a playoff standpoint. So just some call outs, and as we're heading into match play this weekend, Brooks Koepka. I mean, out of all the places that you're going to show up and play, I mean, I wouldn't have thought Valspar would be one where he's kind of bringing in the major champion that is Brooks Koepka and focusing on a non-major event, but finishes T12. All in all, shoots a 65 on Sunday to close out the tournament. So some pretty good stuff coming from one Brooks Koepka.
Turn it on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be interesting to watch as we get into this thing. We'd be remiss, right, to talk about a round of 61 for Matthew NeSmith and a round of 62 for Davis Riley in the tournament on Friday and Saturday, respectfully. So, I mean, those guys kind of, I don't want to say came out of nowhere, but, to be on that stage and, coming into that, it's really good golf coming out of those guys. Our boy, friend of the show, Scott Stallings, he made a little pop on,
yes, he did.
On Thursday. Great round on Thursday, 65, 66. A little bit of a setback in 74 on Saturday. Closes the tournament out with a 69, finishing T16. So good showing from Scott there for sure. I don't know any other call outs in play that you want to make mention of. Did I mention Viktor Hovland at T33 was my one and done last week? Just checking. I called that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm getting something pulled up here because Pops is going to correct us, and that we're not doing him any justice by playing into his hand here. But it's not Brooks Koepka; it's Bruce Cupcake. This is on the Brooks Koepka store, the charity store, by the way. It's Bruce Cupcake.
So I haven't seen that yet. Probably got to get one. I didn't even know he went by Bruce Cupcake. I didn't know that was a nickname of his, but I guess he likes it if he's got a cupcake hat. So
yes.
Is this the new Brooksy wear, huh?
Well, it's his charity stuff.
Yeah. But didn't I see a week or so, maybe a month or so ago, he was coming out with his own clothing line?
That was Brady? That was Brady.
Oh, it was Brady. Yeah, it was Brady.
Brady sent some stuff to him, though, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. What about, were there any miscuts last week that were really like way out of whack? The Sauce Man, miscut there. I don't know if it Coke Rack. I don't know if anything was real crazy. Day answer. We saw a little bit of life out of Jimmy Walker. I thought we were going to get something. He didn't make it to the weekend.
Hey, what was he doing with those burgers on the grill with the flame, man?
I know, so I forget the name of that little device, but it's basically, it kind of looks like a handgun and you attach a little propane tank to it. And so he was kind of searing that burger, but I'm going like, man, that's I don't know. I was just looking at that thing as it's a gun. It's got a flame coming out of it. And albeit it looked really cool. But I'm going like, man, that has got to be like just a lawsuit waiting to happen for somebody.
Hold on.
I don't know. In today's world, I don't know, replicating a handgun to frame it into a cooking
little mini flamethrower.
Yeah. No, I mean, it looked really cool.
It did look really cool.
I went and I did go check out their website. Holy shit, those things like $200, man.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Believe
Oh.
that those, I don't know how well those go over in Atlanta. So. Down in the especially in my neighborhood.
There we go.
Oh
You're
yeah,
listening.
I know. I thought it was pretty cool.
We're gonna have to get him to explain this to us. Why he's torching the top of a hamburger.
I think he's just I think he's charring it, right? So he's got the little grill set up there, cooking over open wood, and yeah, he's giving it a nice sear, to lock in those flavors and juices. But yeah, cool little device. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they've got a attorney on retainer for that thing. But anyway, enjoy it responsibly. Isn't that what they always say?
Absolutely.
What else is happening in the wide world? Anthony Kim, is he going to make his Live Tour debut? Who knows? I have seen we may have added to some of the propaganda that's going on the old worldwide webs, but wouldn't that be something to see him breaking his 10-year hiatus from golf and showing up over there to collect a check and get paid? I mean, some people are probably going like, who in the hell is Anthony Kim? If you haven't watched golf pre-2012 or post-2012, I guess you wouldn't know, but yeah. Where are we at? So ranking for week 12, Jon Rahm still sits at number 1 in the world. Collin Morikawa, Viktor Hovland, Patrick Cantlay at number 4, Scottie Scheffler at number 5. Where did Burns go to? Burns moves from 17th to 10th. Look at DJ creep. DJ got bumped down a spot. Yeah,
that's the first time DJ's been out of the top 10 since
Anthony Kim hit a golf ball on tour.
There you go. It's been a while since DJ's been out of the top 10. Yeah, I think they said Morikawa was still like in high school or something like that. Yeah.
So top 10s. Any surprises that are in the top 10? And who are you shocked that's not in the who would you have thought would have been in the top 10 now? So who surprises you that they're there? And who's the mystery you thought for sure they would have been in the top 10?
Rory's kind of been hanging around there quite a bit longer than I thought he was going to be. I know he won last year. But he's been hanging around because I think like he and DJ have been kind of not as good as they had been in the past. So I'd say him. And then Xander's still in the top 10. He's been, again, leaderboard conscious or whatever, but he hasn't won a tournament in a while, right? So those are the two I'd say I'm surprised are still in there. And then the ones that I'm surprised are not in there would be like a Berger and the Koepka maybe. What about you?
So I agree on the Rory piece, that he is still in the top 10. A little bit of a surprise, just kind of what we've seen over the past, couple of seasons, which he did get a win though. Was it Quail Hollow that he won? Maybe not, but
no, he won in Vegas last year.
In Vegas, yeah. So I don't know, but still Rory with, just everything else that's happened, that one's a little bit surprising. I mean, recent form, I'm surprised to see Jon Rahm still sitting. So if you just think about the lack of wins, right? I'm not talking about play, but if you think about the lack of wins and think about, okay, so Scottie Scheffler 2 wins on the season, Cam Smith, Sam Burr. I mean, just look at the wins that you can kind of rack up through. I mean, call it the top 20, and it's like Jon Rahm is still sitting in the number 1 spot. So just goes to show that, right? I mean, obviously he's making it to the weekends and he's kind of scrambling through, if you will. He's ball striking his way in continuing to ball strike his way into the number 1 position. But I think that one is, again, not surprised and to see him still at number 1, but I am a little bit shocked. And if I weren't keeping up with golf and I just looked at, the most recent wins, that would probably be one that I would be a little bit surprised that he's there. Who surprises me that they're not there? Nobody really. I mean,
Berger? Not Berger? No, he hasn't really won enough, right? Recently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. Saying not in the top 10. I don't think I'm surprised by any of those guys. I mean, you got old number 2, and Xander Schauffele at number 9. It's kind of just, hanging around there. So, who's had the biggest jump in the top 10? Cameron Smith. So 21 at the end of 21, and now he's at 6th place. And after he wins the Masters, I guess that'll put him at world number 1. So
Scottie too.
Scottie Scheffler, obviously.
Here's the other one we need to look at really quick though, as we get down here to 50, right? So these are going to be the guys on the cut line going into the Masters if they haven't already qualified.
I don't see Bucky.
Not all of them. Some of them have one and got exemptions, but
So hold on. So obviously Augusta is an invitational, and I was placing some bets over the weekend, and I didn't screenshot it, but Ricky Fowler was an option to bet for the Masters. Is he playing in the Masters?
He's got to win Valero.
Okay. All right. Well, they had him as an option to bet, which I was a little bit taken aback. I was kind of like, whoa, I didn't even know that was an option for him to be there. So
he's playing next week, so he's got to win. Yep.
Did you say he's gonna win or he's got to win?
No, he's got to win to get in. So I'm not betting. No, I'm not betting him. This one here's gonna be interesting this week. Alex Noren, he's at 56 playing this week. He's been playing really well lately too.
I actually filled out my bracket for the WGC, and I have Alex Noren going pretty deep into this thing, man. That guy's just been absolutely on fire. I mean, no secret, right? Secret's not out. I mean, I'm not the only one that's going to be betting and playing that guy, but he has just been playing he's had some banger rounds, man, banger rounds. So definitely like what Alex Noren is doing. What else is going on in the golf world, my friend?
Well, let me do one more thing real quick. So I sent this over to you, and I know you put it up, but it's worth talking about. Is this?
I definitely
this
deleted
graphic.
it.
No. This graphic here, I mean, this says a lot, right? I mean, we look at the world of golf. We just looked at the top 10 and who's in the top 10. If you look at like who is leading right now from like a player of the year, I mean, look at these guys.
Unbelievable. So what do we got? 3 wins from each, right?
Yeah, 3 wins from each. Yeah. You got Hideki, Sam Burns, Patrick Cantlay, and Cam Smith. Those are the 4 guys that have the most wins in the last 12 months. These should be your top runners, right, for player of the year going into major season. Pretty interesting. So, it's not the face that you traditionally think of with golf, though, right?
Well, and if you look at, if you want to talk about, the most recent win, so we're looking, this is showing the past 12 months. I mean, Cantlay's stuff's a bit dated. Hideki's trophies are a bit dated. If you look at Sam Burns and Cam Smith, I think those guys, in recent form, I mean, they're kind of coming in. I think you'd be hard pressed to argue against Cam Smith right now. If you had to vote, if you had to pick a player, how could you really rule Cam Smith out?
Yeah, between him, Hovland, and Scheffler. Like Scheffler and Hovland are the 2 that are missing from this graphic as like some of the hottest ones going right now, right?
Absolutely, yeah, and some really, really good golf going. I don't want to say I don't want to be cliche and say when the putter gets hot, that's kind of what that's you very well could see those guys holding up another trophy, but in fact that's just where we are today. So it's pretty interesting to see what the face of golf looks like today, and looking back kind of where we were, and what's the face of golf going to be, I don't know, next month.
Here's a comment here. It says Viktor Hovland has won 4 times since June, or the World Tour, and wins not count. And that's kind of the thing, right? So he's won a tremendous amount. It's just the face of golf is it's only gotten more competitive. I don't see that many people that are like exiting, right? But you see all these young guys are getting hot, like a Scheffler, a Hovland, and Cam Smith, and it's like, holy cow, man! And we asked the question a couple of weeks ago: what would Tiger Woods be doing if he was Cam Smith's age today? Would he be doing the same thing he did in the first time? I don't know. I'm not taking anything away from Tiger. He did what he did, and he was awesome. But I just think it's gotten more competitive.
Definitely gotten more competitive, and the folks that are out there, the guys that are showing up today and playing. I mean, it's it's not the. I think we talked about it before. I mean, the the days of Ernie Els showing up and asking if Tiger Woods is in the golf tournament, right? It's like, oh, shit, okay, I'll take second place, and who I guess to quote Kevin Kisner, right? I mean, second place pays pretty good. That loosely quoted, by the way. But I mean, in fact, I mean that's the case, right? And I think you've got different men. I think there's a different mentality of, hey, I want to go be a journeyman and be a PGA professional tour player, and I want to, that's how I want to earn my living. Versus, you've got some folks like who was, I guess it was NeSmith, right? He was kind of saying, paraphrasing again, when he closed his round out. I think it was Thursday. It could have been Friday, but I think Thursday. And he kind of said, yeah, we'll see how we kind of get things done over the weekend, and it wasn't a, hey, I take charge. I'm going out. I'm going to post a score and I'm going to win the golf tournament. It was kind of like, hey, I played pretty good. I'm showing up and no expectations. Versus, I think the guys that you just showed in that image, I mean, I think that they have expectations, not to say that he didn't or he doesn't, but I don't know, just a different mentality and kind of the approach and where they are and what's happening. So, yeah.
Well, the case and example is this week, right? I was doing these brackets this morning and I'm like, I have no idea who's going to win this bracket. Any of these guys can win this bracket. You pick, right? I mean, there's so many good golfers that could just turn it on. And that's historically what happens here is a lot of these big, top seeds get kicked out, they get booted. So yeah, I don't know. They didn't do us any favors with these brackets, by the way. I think they're pretty damn tough. There's a couple I think are winners, but a lot of them are like, oh my God, it's anybody's choice.
Well, it's like who's going to be the peacock of the Dell Technologies, right? Match play. I mean, that's kind of where we are. So, speaking of, you good to go to Austin?
Look at that sweatshirt you're wearing.
Oh yeah, how do you like my sweatshirt?
Yeah, where can people get that, Cal?
You can head over to Instagram at birdies_bourbon. And you can pick yourself out one of these fine Birdies and Bourbon podcast sweatshirts. This is not the only color we have. It is not the only design we have. You can go and pick the color and design of your liking. Should be great. Working on some hats, by the way. I see you've got you're rocking a hat there. We almost matched.
We do. Yeah.
Almost same color palette, if you will. But yeah, be sure to like the show, share it with a friend, say something good or bad if you need to. We can we'll take anything you want to give us because it helps others to find the show. Like-minded people may or may not think alike. I don't know. We'll see, but they do drink alike.
All right, let's go to Texas.
God, I haven't revisited this Still Austin in a while. This thing sure is tasty. Okay, so speaking of Texas and Still Austin, we are heading to the WGC Dell Technologies match play in Austin, Texas at Austin Country Club. If we've said it once, we'll say it dozens more times. Pete Dye Design Golf Course. This one, typical of Pete Dye construction. It's going to be one of the shorter golf courses they're going to play on tour at just over 7,000 yards. It's a par 71. We're going to see more of the same in what we saw in the Florida Swing. I don't know how the golfers feel about that in what we should be putting on in Bermuda greens. It's going to be that kind of overseeded Bermuda. So I feel like we're going to get a little bit of what we've kind of had a taste of over the past 3 or 4 weeks. Off the tee is absolutely going to be crucial for these guys, finding the fairway, giving themselves a chance to put themselves in close proximity to the hole, and who's going to find a hot putter and take away the victory this week. So a few things to keep in mind. I'll get to the winners in just a second. So one, this is not a stroke play tournament. So in the format of the cut lines, you play Thursday, Friday, there's a cut to the weekend, ain't happening. We're starting on Wednesday. This is going to be, think about it as a March Madness bracket style setup. It is, again, match play. We're going to be head to head with golfers. Golfers that win are going to advance. And it's going to be, and I think you've got some tacticians, if you will, and I think that's going to be really key in how these folks kind of approach or how you approach your lineup and your setup. But you're going to have a bracket, set up, and I think that there's really two different ways to go about this. And one, the longer your golfer plays through, and I'm talking about for DraftKings. So for DFS, the longer your player stays in it, the better your score is going to be. And if you get somebody that gets put out or they're not playing, then there you go. You're not going to be able to score. So I think that you have to be careful not to weigh down your DraftKings lineup too heavily on one side or the other. I think you got to be diverse when you're picking. You got to look at, hey, who out of the 4-man pod is going to advance, and who do you think is going to win? So lots of good matches, lots of good things out there as far as how to play and how to get to a winning lineup. Our previous winners here, and of no secret, right? Billy Horschel in 21. They didn't play in 2020. Kevin Kisner in 19, Bubba Watson in 18, and Dustin Johnson in 17. One thing I will say, if you want to think about Austin Country Club, again, a Pete Dye design, I think it's going to play a lot like the RBCs, the Sedgefields, typically maybe even a Sawgrass a little bit. It's going to be that typical Pete Dye kind of setup in, it's going to be a shot maker's course. And, that's probably what we're going to see rise to the top. And as mentioned, a par 71. I think there's a drivable par 4 if people want to take a shot at it. Most people don't. Most people are kind of scaling back. Dan, you mentioned it earlier, and what we saw from Valspar last week. You got JT kind of, going for it. You got Sam Burns making a mature play and clubbing down just to keep the ball in play. So, that's kind of where we're going to see this thing develop and how we're going to see it through. We're going to go through and pick a lineup. But before we do, Dan, unless you have anything to add.
No, I wish we had Steve Stricker here to help us out with picking these.
So do I. How do we get Steve on, by the way?
We need to ask him.
So let's head over to our friends at fantasynational.com. I'm going to take a look at, Dan and I are going to take a look at the DraftKings pricing for the 2022 WGC-Dell match play, looking at the last 24 rounds. Once again at the elite. Well, hold on. Before we get into all that. So we actually should let's talk about these pods before we get into the pricing. And let's talk about who's paired with who, because again, I think that's the first thing we got to consider, right? So you've got, I don't know if you want to pull it up.
I'll pull
if
it
you've
up.
got if you've got a bracket, because I think that's going to be really the thing, what we got to think about as we're going to be picking players. It's who's going to advance and who's going to win. And I think you've got some elite players, if you will, in, I think easy pods is probably not the best way to put it. But I think you've got some elite players in pods that are coming into this tournament in better form than others. I think you've got some players coming into this thing in good form that are also really good match play players. I think we've got some folks that are really good match play players, and they're not coming in very good form. I mean, I look at the first one, top left, exactly, and I'm looking at, Patrick Reed match play. Or you're already picking Jon Rahm as the winner?
Do I need to pick anybody else? I'm just going to do. He wins every week according to Vegas. So.
According to Vegas, he wins every week. But if you look at that pod, right, you think about, okay, who in this pod's going to get it done? I wouldn't say Patrick Reed's form has been Patrick Reed-esque as of late,
Yeah.
However, match play brings out a little something different in him.
Yes,
it's a
it
shorter
does.
golf course. So, there's something to be said for that. And I think he had a pretty good week last week. So, is that somewhere? I mean, any three of these guys, right? I mean, head to head, I think you could have a winner. I don't know. You just want to dive into the bracket and just go through this thing?
You want to do that first, and we'll come back into the DraftKings second. That way we kind of know the pods a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Okay. I was just joking with Jon Rahm. We can change that. Yeah.
We don't have to change it.
We don't have to. He's definitely not going to win. He's definitely going to win.
Yeah, exactly. Well, until you pick him as your one and done, and then it's definitely toast. So here's where I think, let's take a look at, let's rank these total strokes gained. So Jon Rahm definitely, the numbers in this pod say Jon Rahm is going to be the winner.
Yeah.
You know who I like out of this pod? I like Cameron Young, man.
Let's do it.
I think Cameron Young can get something done here. Putt's really good on Bermuda, even though we're coming into overseed. Did miss a cut at the Players, but I think Young's playing too good right now to be overlooked. Just looking at where he ranks out in this field, in this model.
I wish they would have put Scheffler on the other bracket over here, so we could have potentially had a Rahm Scheffler redo like they had the Ryder Cup.
Well, that would have been a good one. I still would have picked the same way when it came to Rahm. Where's last 24 match play? So let me see where Young comes out in this model. So he's ranked 15th in the model, and short of missing the cut at the Players. We've got T26 or better since the Phoenix Open. So yeah, hard to steer clear. His ownership, by the way, is projected at 10%. So Rahm obviously going to be probably in the low 20s. All right, sorry. All right, so you want to pick the next one? I like the last guy. And so here's what I think. I think that getting into the weekend, Lowry's been playing a lot of golf, man. And Lowry is not a little dude. I think he's been playing a lot. I think match play probably suits him well. I don't know that it's gonna, and I'm just talking about just recent events, right? I think it may take a little bit of a toll. I don't know how interested Koepka is going to be. All I can think about was the last match between Brooksy and Brycey, and that was just I thought a disaster all the way around. I mean, it was entertaining, but it definitely wasn't good golf that was being played per se. I'm not up to their caliber. But so I don't know. HV3, did he kind of blow his stuff on coming out of the Players? I mean, a rough weekend. I don't know. I like EVR in this one, but if you want to go a different direction, you go a different direction.
Yep, EVR is good. All right. Here I think I like probably Gooch the best. What about you? It's DeChambeau, Gooch, Westwood, and Bland. I like Gooch.
I'm surprised that DeChambeau is still listed as playing. Obviously, Burns withdrew from this thing, and I think it got Mackenzie Hughes, I believe, in. Could be wrong about that, but I'm Gooch all day.
Next pod, DJ, Homa, Wolfe, Hughes. I think DJ runs away with that.
I'm totally in on DJ.
Scheffler, Fitzpatrick, Fleetwood, Poulter, Scheffler.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of the match play is kind of Poulter's. That's what he's kind of anchored himself on. But yeah, I'm Scheffler all the way on this one.
I would say you're right about that. However, wasn't it Scheffler versus Horschel in the final last year here? And then Scheffler beat Rahm in the Ryder Cup in a match play. Yeah, Scheffler plays really good match play too.
No, I'm totally in. I mean, Texas home state guy. I mean, I think there's something to be said here for Scheffler for sure. I like Billy Ho or Hoagie. I don't know if Hoagie's gonna. I think that just that kind of bulldog mentality of Billy Ho in a match play setup is going to work out. I like the 17 pick here for sure.
You like Berger over Hatton?
Oh, all day, man. Yeah. Let's see.
Hatton plays well here.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I don't know. Are you yelling at me already? Let's see.
I'm hanging up.
Berger's ranked 8th in this model. Let's see. You want to talk about Hatton? I think they pulled him out 27th. Short game, he's ranked 1st, 3rd in putting. What's his recent form? 13th at the Players, 2nd at the Palmer.
And then go to his recent history here.
I'm going, damn it. What you're saying at this tournament in particular? A ton. Where are you? T9, T17. Yeah, he does look better than Berger. Okay. All right. I'll buy it.
All right. Okay. This one here. Good.
I think it's easy. Yeah.
Cantlay.
Yeah. I don't know. How can you pick again? I mean, even though T24 and T17 his last 2 starts, but I don't know how you can go against that guy.
Yeah.
You want to go to the other side and then kind of work our way down?
Oh yeah.
All right. So my play here's Garcia.
Okay.
I just think, yeah, I mean, and it's totally just a match play pick, right?
So it's a podcast, Kyle. We got to talk about the other people in it too.
No, we do. Yeah. Let's see. I was just going to do hand signals for the rest of the time.
So it's Morikawa, Kokrak, Garcia, and McIntyre. We're picking Garcia.
So yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, and if I'm going in a different direction here, I'm probably going to go Morikawa. Yeah. However, Robert McIntyre could something to be said for him, at this tournament as well. So, but I think Garcia is probably the direction. Okay, the next pod out of Answer, Simpson, Harmon, and Watson. So stick with me. I think this course does favor left-handed golfers. I think there's a lot of placement. And I would venture to say that Harmon's playing a little bit better than Bubba Watson right now. So I think the hot hand of Harmon's probably a direction to go. Okay. So we got some seasoned individuals in the next pot of Oosthuizen, Casey, Connors, and Noren, meaning Oosthuizen, Casey primarily. I think Casey typically sets up and plays really well here, but and Corey Connors, I don't really know that I've seen enough out of him, but as everyone else will, as previously mentioned, I think Noren gets deep in this thing, man.
Yeah. He seems to be he's like a little Poulter. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's getting really deep. The other guy, you want to pick the next one?
I think this is one of the easiest ones. I think Schauffele, Finau, Herbert, and Kanaya, and I think it's going to be Schauffele. I think he's lights ahead of the rest of the guys there. Yeah.
I think this may be, if it works out this way, this may be the best match of the match play. And yes, if we get to see Noren and Schauffele, I think that is going to be, I think that's going to be a grinder, man.
Oh yeah.
So JT, Kisner, Leishman, and List. I mean, other than Leishman, who is not just playing good golf right now?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Leishman's not. I'm saying the 3 out of the 4. I mean, so I can, and there's obvious reasons that you would want to go Kisner. Mm-hmm. There's obvious reasons you would want to go JT. Luke List, just in recent form, I think he's been it's nothing short of phenomenal. Phenomenal may be a bit much, but let me take a look at. Let's see. So JT, T24, 4, T39, and T61. Let's see here. Wow, you got to go deep into this thing, man. Kisner, winner in 2019.
Yeah, he plays really well here.
Second, T17 and T38. I don't know that Luke List has played this event. You got to get deep in here. Yeah, T40 and T59. Poof, he's crapshoot. Well, look, since we've looked at everybody else. I said Leishman, T9, T52, T9, T51, T9. So given that we missed 2020, are we in for another T9 from Leishman? Maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm kind of leaning towards a JT or a Kisner here. I think JT's been hot, but the last week kind of wear him out with how he played and, and that rough players, Kisner, where did Kisner finish at the players? He finished pretty high, didn't he?
So just a sec.
Yeah.
But yes, he was definitely in contention.
Yeah. So I kind of like Kisner here.
I mean, how could I argue? And say that's that. Yeah, I mean, good course history. Definitely a match play guy, and maybe he's got a little something to prove. I mean, it's what's he say? This ain't no hobby.
He loves match play. Yeah.
Kevin Kisner. Let's see. Just so
he kind of thinks this is a Ryder Cup tryout, right? So yeah.
Yeah, next best thing. Yeah, fourth at the Players. So there you go.
Yeah, he's been playing good golf, and this is his format. He loves his format. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, and along with I can't disagree on the Kisner play there. All right, who's next? You go.
Spieth, Scott, Rose, and Bradley. Well, Bradley had the weekend off. I know that. Somehow I just remembered that. This is a tough one.
To me, so just like when you went with the X-Man and said, his pod was the easiest to pick for you, this one to me is probably the hardest one to pick for me.
Okay. All right. Good. It's not just me.
No, I mean, hometown guy in Spieth.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe you're going to get something out of that. We saw what he did at the Ryder Cup, which, pretty much rode JT's back the whole way. But so Spieth at this event, T24, T17, T30, T9, and T17 again. So a little bit of something there, I guess. We kind of saw some life coming back out of Spieth, but I don't know that that's a direction that I'm prepared to go. Adam Scott, we've seen a little pop of color out of him, and I ain't talking about the tan sweater. Yeah. Well,
narrow it down to two guys. Give me two guys, and I'll pick it to
file. I mean, I think you got to go Rose or Bradley.
Let's go Rose. I think Rose is what's his tournament history here?
Hold on. Justin Rose sits at, I mean, the pricing, I'm not saying the pricing screwed up. It's just in the format and the way things kind of sit. We got two back-to-back missed cuts from Justin Rose.
Here?
No. Recent tournaments. Yeah. Justin Rose tournament history. Oh, shit, I know he's played here before. I don't know why I can't find him in the T9 in 2019, T28, and T17.
Yeah, let's take Rose. Yeah, he's been playing pretty good golf. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. This is the one where like a blow up hole won't kill you too, right? So he's just got to be consistent. He can lose a hole here or there, but yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but it is going to be a bit of a birdie fest out there, and again, it's match play, so they may not finish all 18 holes, right? So,
right.
I mean, that's the thing. Give me 34 in this one, man. Unless you want to go a different direction.
Well, Na's out, so he's out, but yeah, I'm with you on Henley. Yep.
And
you gotta go Viktor, right?
I don't know how you do it. I mean, it's Javi, Willie Z, Tringali, and Sepp Straka. I think you have to go Hovland. Obviously, you don't have to, but yeah, I mean, Hovland's my play. Let's work our way back up from why we're here.
Okay.
So Henley over Hovland. I'm Henley all day long, man. And
Okay.
I think that he's playing way too good, way too good. I think it's
Cantlay,
Cantlay.
Hatton. Cantlay.
I think it's Cantlay over Hatton, excuse me. I think it's Scheffler over Horschel.
I agree. Kisner over Rose.
Gotta go Kiz. Yeah, totally. I don't know. You pick.
Let's come back to that one. Let's come back to. I'm gonna go DJ over here. I got DJ over here. You picked the one on the right.
I got like DJ over. I like DJ over Gooch. Okay, so Noren and Schauffele. Like I said, I hope that this is actually a match that we get to see, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm good with
he's just a match play guy, man. Yeah,
I'm good with Noren over Schauffele,
and he wants to get to the Masters. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think the Garcia Harmon matchup is going to be a good one too. And I think I'm going to favor the left-hander here and say, the course favoring left-handed golfers historically is going to rock. And right. I don't know, you pick Young over EVR.
I think I'm going to go EVR here.
Yeah.
Do you think like Young? That. Sell me on Young.
No. I like EVR. Yeah. Okay. I think EVR is playing good golf, man. So good showing recently out of
DJ beats EVR.
I mean, recent form, it kind of looks like DJ's getting a little something back, man. Yeah, I like it.
And who do you think, Harmon or Noren?
I like Noren.
Okay, Noren. And then what we got? Where are we at down here?
Schauffele Scheffler or Cantlay.
I like Scheffler.
I like Scheffler. And I like Henley. I like Henley over Kisner, man. I think Henley's going to get it done.
All right.
Pick which side do you want to pick?
Let's go the easier one first, which I think, well, actually there's no easy one here. So Noren or Henley?
There's no easy one.
No.
I like Henley.
Okay. And then Scheffler,
I think we know where we're both going to go. Yeah.
I got to go Scheffler, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you can not do it.
And then to win the tournament, I got Jon Rahm. So
give me two rounds.
Give me two rounds.
This is me on how they're both playing right now. Obviously, one guy has more victories than the other in coming into recent form, but I think the other guy is. I think. I don't think. I know he ranks out better in the model. Let's see. On approach, he ranks second. He's ranked third in strokes gained total behind the guy that is ranked second. But I like Russell Henley here, man. I think this is I think it's a place that Russell Henley can pull this off. I think the course is going to set up well for him. I think it's going to be who's the putter pop for?
Yeah.
You got to pick the DJ Johnson and Noren pick too.
What are you talking about?
Of which you got to third place winner.
Oh, you got to pick match winner. Oh, okay. I think Noren's playing better golf right now. Do you? I do.
I think he's playing better golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then tiebreaker, total number of birdies in the championship match, 5, 6?
I think we got to go 6, right?
Okay, let's go 6.
5. Could go 5. The one thing that we're going to see, I don't think we're going to see any rain here, but it's definitely going to get windy.
Yeah.
And, oh shit. I forgot to mention that. We should probably go back and change our picks.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Jon Rahm.
So, I mean, I do think that I like Henley here, man. I think it's a place where I think the course is going to set up fine for him. I think that, the guy's he's playing really good golf. We talked about it a little earlier. I think that intimidation factor is kind of at the window. And I think everybody's showing up and playing to beat the other guy. So I think that's probably, that's where I sit anyway. Now, As it relates back to DraftKings, so as we've rambled on for hours, endlessly, I tell you, and been drinking.
Oh yeah.
I'll pour into the glass. Might as well. So you just got, I mean, the thing is, we just got to make sure that when we're spreading things out evenly. And I don't know if I'm going to take some different people or not. I probably am. Hindley's definitely a play for me from a DraftKings perspective. Let's take a look at who is going to make it through to the end. So in looking at the past 24 or last 24 rounds on fantasynational.com, JT from a strokes gained total perspective, JT, Scheffler, Hindley, Hoagie. Let's head over to our sneak peek model. And how many times can you put Rahm? Look at Scottie Scheffler ranking out number one. Is Scottie Scheffler number one in your model too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I guess we got to start with Scottie Scheffler.
I think so. I think you do.
I mean, again, a recent form. What is it? We're looking at the last 5 tournaments. 2 of the last 5 are wins. So there you have it. Are you playing anybody else in the $10,000 and better range?
No, it's going to be him. It's going to be him.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with Scheffler. All right, 9,000 but I may try to squeeze a little DJ in there too.
We got
maybe
Scheffler and DJ are the 2 guys that I just like, man. Yeah.
Probably squeezing those guys in. All right, 9,000 and better. Who do you like? Who you pushing in there? And who are you?
So let's go to, if you can mark this, I'll mark it down too. So what pod is Scheffler in?
Scheffler is in.
And DraftKings actually has the pods on their thing.
Yeah, Scheffler's in group 5, and that is Fitzpatrick, Fleetwood, and Poulter. I mean, obviously there's a way he doesn't make it, but to me, that's like the Xander pod. It's like you're picking Scottie Scheffler all day long in that one. And that's group 5.
I think we got to pick Xander. Can we afford him?
Yes. Yeah.
I think he's a sure thing. I think Xander's a sure thing, right? So
yeah.
And that's
so
pod 6.
I too like Xander.
7. Pod 7.
Yeah, I think the only not scary. The only thing that's challenging about Xander is I think he makes it through to the 1, 2, 3. I think he makes it to the 3rd round, and then I think he's going to have to compete with Hindley, which I believe is going to be a bit of a challenge. So yes, so I like Xander to go through. What we should be doing is picking who we think is going to go, but nevertheless, all right. So hold on, 9,000. Boy, I mean, this is like, if you've done your research and you haven't been drinking a lot, this should be so easy, and you should win a lot of money.
Or you should start drinking and you'll win a lot of money.
I can't believe DeChambeau is still here. All right, 9,000. I don't.
It'd be like him to cancel on Thursday morning and take a flight to Dallas.
Try the soup. So you liked Hatton over Berger. Yeah. No, I think 9,000 and better. I think it's Xander.
I do like Hatton. A lot.
So Hatton T13 at the Players, T2 API.
He plays well here.
He's ranked 3rd in putting. Decent track record here for sure. 13.5% ownership. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I could probably, if I'm depending on how many lineups you're putting in, I could get on some Hatton here for sure.
He might be my one and done just because there's so much uncertainty. I'm not going to pick a tier 1 guy, if you will, I got burned with Finau here last year.
Me either. We're thinking alike.
Yeah, exactly. This is not one of those ones where you want to take one of your rock stars. Yeah, not that I say.
Oh, you mean like Rahm or
I wouldn't pick DJ here.
Morikawa?
You don't know if he gets Rahm or Morikawa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just saying.
How did you come up with those two guys, Cal?
How I just randomly pulled them off the board. Randomly pulled them.
Do they have wine in Texas?
Over in I think we're in the wrong side. We're bleeding into wine country down there in Austin. Yeah. So $8,000 and better, Dan. Where do you want to go?
You got to go Horschel, right? Won last year. He's been playing really well on the World Tour. He's been playing well on the PGA Tour. I think you were right. One of us picked him recently for a one and done. But I think he's been doing great, man. So I like him. He's a great match play player. And, I think he'd be a good Ryder Cup. Do you think he's going to be on the President's Cup this year?
No. But I do like your Billy Ho pick. I think that Sergio Garcia is probably at 12.4% ownership. That ain't bad. And I mean, I would consider Sergio a Pete Dye specialist. So that's another positive coming into this thing. And so I like Garcia and Billy Ho.
Okay.
If I got to take a flyer, I might throw in a little Fleetwood. Last 3 out of the last 4 events, T22, which was a Pete Dye course, T20 at Palmer, and we'll leave it at that. Okay. But I may go with a little Fleetwood on that if I need to.
You like Henley for sure in the $7,000.
Ranks out at $7,900, 12.8% ownership projected as of today, and he ranks out second in the model.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say, but my two $7,000 guys, which could be yours as well.
Noren,
Noren and Henley are probably where I'm heading here. I mean, we all know what Kisner does at match play events. Brian Harman's probably my third. If I got to pick a third in the $7,000 range, it's going to be Brian Harman.
Let's do that.
Anybody you like or don't like there?
No, I like Harman too. And Harman's in pod 15. I'm trying to write all these pods down so when we do our lineup here in a minute, we can navigate through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think Harman for sure.
There's some good value down there for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Harman. I know. I wish pricing was like this all the time.
Yeah.
Harman and Noren.
What about Kokrak? Is Kokrak, can he play match play really well?
I'm going to say yes. Didn't he win partners tournament with what tournament?
Yeah, he did. He didn't. He won something.
I forget the partner that
Zurich?
he was with. Yeah, but maybe it was the Zurich. Yeah,
with Schauffele or somebody like that, right?
Yeah, I don't.
No, it wasn't Schauffele. Schauffele would have played. He would have played with Cantlay. It wouldn't have been him. Yeah.
I don't see that Kokrak's played this event before, so. Bubba Watson, previous winner, $7,200. Left-hander, of course, little tricky on the eye, maybe.
He's in the same pod as Harman, so you be careful there.
Okay,
I think we'll take Harman.
No, yeah, we're going Harman. Yeah. All right, so $6,000 range.
Hoagie, 12. But if you get, I'm going to go Billy Ho over Hoagie though.
6,000. Billy Ho's in the $7,000 range.
No, Billy Ho's in the same pod though.
Oh yeah, same pod. Yeah, no, I like Billy Horschel as well. Luke List, I think he's in a pod. So Luke List could be an interesting play at 4.4%. He withdrew from the Players. I don't know what that was about. And then he had 2 missed cuts, even though he did with the Farmers. So scratch Luke List for me. I think Maverick McNeely was an ad on one of the WDs. Where's McNeely? No, that's the Russell Henley pod. So you got to scratch that one. Whew, we're deep down here, man.
Poulter, we like Poulter, but Poulter's in pod 5, and that's the Scheffler pod. I don't see him winning that.
And I don't see him advancing from that. Oh, EVR.
EVR is in pod 16, and that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, EVR $6,500, I think, to play.
Hold on.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry. Pod 16, same one.
Yeah. What about Rosie? I think we could get on some Rosie at $6,900. He's in 11. Could be one.
I'll throw out a controversial one. What do you think about Matt Wolfe? It's match play.
Yeah,
big number's not going to hurt you.
Okay, so let's see where he's at. He's in
pod 8. $6,200.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he can make it past DJ. I don't know that he can make it past Mac Hughes. He can probably make it. I think he beats Homa, but I don't know if he makes it past that.
It's one to keep an eye on because he could. That guy, what a talent, right? And it's just, this could be the type of event that could fare well for him. Where it's more like I'm gonna play it one hole at a time, and I don't know.
Okay, so, well, hold on, and I'll tell you what I think about that. So, let's see. What group's Wolfe in again?
8.
Okay, so it's Max Homa against Matt Wolfe. I mean, if he was going to beat somebody, I'd say it's probably that guy. Let's see who else is in the $6,000 range. It looks good. Brooks Koepka and EVR. I like that. I like EVR over Koepka.
He could do it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You get a start. I'm gonna
okay, so let's go locks. Let's go locks first that we want to go for. I think we go for Alex Noren and Russell Henley.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed. I've actually lost my phone. Oddly enough.
Find it real quick.
Never mind. I didn't lose it. False alarm.
All right.
You know what I didn't lose was still Austin. Promise you that.
There you go.
All right. So wait a minute. I got to get. Let me get over to our DK setup here. I won some money on DraftKings this past weekend, man. I had quite a few tournaments. Yeah, I had quite a few tournaments that 6 of 6. Hold on, I'm still trying to get there. Okay. So Noren, Henley.
Yep.
I think at the price, I actually I like Harman and EVR.
Okay, Harman. Let's go Harman. He's in 15.
Oh, we're in good shape, man.
Yep. So, and you want EVR too, you said?
I like him.
Okay.
If you do.
Sure.
So $20,200 left.
Yep.
I mean, it's very tempting and very attractive. We could go. So let me spin this one of two ways. So we could spend $20,200, excuse me, and we could pick Cantlay and DJ, done deal, or we could go X-Man and Scheffler.
X-Man and Scheffler. Let's do that.
Right. Oh no, we can't. Scratch that.
Oh, Okay.
Bad math.
That's okay. You were close. You were close. I like what you're doing there. Let's do Scheffler and see who we can get. We do Scheffler. We can get Hatton.
Hatton. You want to go Hatton?
I think it's pretty good. He plays well here.
I'm good.
So we got Harman, Hatton, Henley, Noren, Scheffler, and EVR.
Yep.
Lock it in. There we go.
Locked, baby. Locked. I did get some decent odds on Henley, by the way. I did bet him outright. Let's see if I can take a look at. Yeah, I don't know why it's not pulling up the odds for those guys. It very well should.
Very well should. All right, let me see. Let's see. I think I might get it.
Has to be my squirrely internet that I haven't paid the bill for.
No, your internet's been a lot better. I don't see odds either. Yeah. On not on Fantasy National. So yeah. Well, it's that dreaded time. Here we go.
It is that time.
I'm gonna let you go first. You go first.
Henley, man. Henley all day, baby. Give me Russ Henley.
Okay. I'll take Noren.
Of course you will. I'm gonna go back and delete him out of every lineup that I picked.
Sorry, buddy. Erase the tape.
Can't believe you've done this to us. I mean, you've totally done a screw job on us, man.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's good? I mean, we've had a lot of chats, by the way. Oh, this week, one of the most recent conversations that we had was with the Georgia Craft Brewers Guild. We're going to be dropping that, I think, on Thursday, and we had a great time talking about the Georgia Craft Brewers Festival that's going to be happening on April the 2nd at Atlantic Station in Atlanta. It looks like a really fun event. If you're into craft breweries, you want to drink Georgia craft breweries, even better. Be sure to head over to Georgia, spelled out, craftbrewersguild.org, I believe. Just Google Georgia Craft Brewers Guild. That's how he directed us, and you'll find the festival links to the festival and tickets at that site. So really fun event. Caught Dan and I doing something we don't do regularly on the show, which is drink beer. And we may have slipped in a little whiskey too here and there, but we were definitely enjoying some Georgia craft brews. So that's going to be a fun show. Dan, what else is coming our way?
That was fun. We got Mitsubishi Classic. We got to talk to Monty about what's going on there, and we got we had some interesting conversations with Monty about the future of the Champions Tour. That's a fun conversation.
We did, yeah. That was a really good conversation. So, and I'm glad you didn't derail that for us. Actually, I'm glad you let him do it. That was mighty. That was kind of you to let the guests derail their conversation instead of you doing it for them for once.
We need to get him back on. We didn't talk about rowing machines. We probably should.
We also didn't talk about the DNA the answer for your heritage. So we definitely got to get the 100% Irish, except for the 50% that's not, kind of thing. So yeah, we got to find Monty's rowing machine of choice.
Exactly. So we did ask Monty, and he great guy. He's been on the PGA Tour and Champions Tour for many years. Did the Greenbrier and everything else before this. And we got into a little Tiger Phil kind of thing with, are we going to see Phil on a Champions Tour or the PGA Tour first? Where is he going to make his debut after this blow up or whatnot? And he had some interesting answers. And then also with the big cat, like 4 years away from being able to ride around in a cart for 3 days, are they ready for it? I don't know. Well,
he said they were, and
I know I wasn't going to spoil it.
He's a professional, so we won't say what else. The other dialogue that he shared, But he said, yes. However,
yeah.
So we'll see where that goes. Fun event always at the Mitsubishi Electric Classic at Sugarloaf Country Club. Always a great event. And great things they're doing up there for Gwinnett County. And we got a lot more booze shows coming up. Can I call them booze shows? Booze pods. We've got some great stuff. Thanks to our friends over. Thanks to Tipples and Drams for sharing some local North Carolina picks. It's more than Dan does for me. And he's like, I don't know, he's supposed to be on the show. I think he's one of those bot things, and he doesn't really exist, but he's here. Yeah. He's now not the 100% that's Irish. That's not a bot. That's real. Actually. That's real.
That's right.
Okay, don't forget, get your lineups in. This is a Wednesday start. We got Wednesday through Sunday golf this weekend. Should be good stuff for us.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Looking forward to it. We are, what is it, like 18 days away from Augusta?
17? Yeah, 17, 16, 17. Yeah, something like that.
That's gonna. Do you have a pick yet? Who's your favorite so far?
I'd like Cameron Smith.
Cameron Smith.
I'm not going to be able to use him as my one and done because I've already used him, but I have already put some money down on Cameron Smith.
What are the odds on
That's a pretty good number.
What's the Hideki odds right now? What do you think?
You mean on him actually showing up or him winning?
Hideki winning back to back. Sam Burns style.
Hold on, let me see. I'll give you a short number. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I'm gonna guess 35-1.
The answer is I will.
Yeah, probably shorter than that.
Hold on. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong Masters. God, I hope I didn't bet the wrong Masters. Where's Hideki? 25-1. Is the number that I can get.
That was close.
Yeah, George's pretty. Tiger's 33-1. I mean, go figure. I don't even know. Let's see where Cam Smith is. Cam Smith's 14-1 right now. I definitely bought him at shorter odds than that, or longer odds than that. Excuse me. Adam Scott 66. Let's see where Xander's at.
What about JT?
16, 12-1.
So favorite's Rahm?
Come on, 9-1. Yeah.
Okay, we need to figure out. So when Rahm, and it will happen eventually, when he loses world number one status, is he no longer the favorite anymore? So like say Morikawa gets to be number one. Is he now?
Well, So and again, the book that I can bet in Georgia, it sucks. It's not the best book that you can find, but it's very limited what we can have access to.
Yeah.
So you've got Rahm at 9-1, and then at 12-1, you got DJ, Jordan. I don't know how, and you got JT. And at 14-1, you got Cam and Rory. 16-1 is Patrick and Xander. Brooks at 18-1, Bryson at 20-1. Like some of those are kind of a little out there for me, but I think some of those are just donations.
Interesting. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Right around the corner. Hello, friends.
Oh, look at you. The trademark infringement already. Good stuff to come. But thanks for all the messages. Our Masters pick is delayed, so we'll figure that out from a barrel pick standpoint. And what else do we have coming up? Hey, subscribe to the show. Leave a 5-star review. Tell us you like us or don't like us. You can leave a 1-star review if you want to. That'd be fine with us. I don't care. Just leave a review. And you know what? Tell a friend and share a pour.
There you go.
Be a fun thing to do.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.